Am I the asshole for asking my girlfriend to stop knitting so much? My girlfriend is really into knitting and has been long before we started dating 3 months ago. At first it didn't bother me and I thought it was cool she had a hobby, but then I realized just how much she does it. Granted, she's not pulling out the knitting hook at dinner or anything, but it seems anytime we're watching TV together or just hanging out at her place she's always working on some project. She said she needs to keep her hands busy and it's like fidgeting for her, but I severely doubt that she can be fully present. You don't have to pay attention when you fidget, and she literally always jokes that she doesn't know how to count. She claimed it's not all the time, but it's definitely more often than not. She argued that she can follow TV show plots just fine, but when I quizzed her on some details she couldn't answer some of the questions, so I think my point stands. Then she said if it's an important conversation I obviously put my work down, but I think we have different definitions of what important means. I also told her I would like to be able to cuddle and physically interact with her during TV time. She said we can still cuddle, but it's literally not the same. I want her to be interested in me, not some pile of yarn. This might be petty, but I think I might feel better about it if she knitted things for me, but it always seems to be bags or clothes for herself or like random squares. She did make a pretty cute toy for my dog though, that was actually nice. Anyway, I sat her down the other day and told her my perspective, and instead of being willing to compromise, she told me that I'm the one that's not listening to her and essentially called me an asshole. She's a great girl and I don't want to lose her over this, but also not sure what to do. Am I the asshole? You're the asshole. Get over yourself. Your girlfriend has a hobby and it's a healthy one, why change it? I might feel better about it if she knitted things for me. I was kind of feeling a tiny bit sorry for you up until this point, but now you're just some needy, whiny person who needs to be the center of their partner's world. You're not happy with her knitting, but if she was knitting for you, you might feel better about it. Do you even hear how that sounds? You're the asshole. You're the asshole for 2 things. 1, she's allowed to do her hobby, it does not affect you. 2, it's knitting if she's using needles. It's crochet if she's using a hook. Shows how much you truly pay attention to what is important to her. You're the asshole. You sounds incredibly selfish and self-centered. You'd be okay with her knitting if it was something she was doing for you, but because she's not, she has to have her full undivided attention on you, at all times. You actually quizzed her about a TV show and her, according to you, not paying enough attention to the TV show. Pitiful. I've read a lot jealousy stories on here, but this is the first time ever I've read about someone being jealous of a ball of yarn. You're the asshole. Are you feeling insecure because your GF shares her attention with yarn? LOL. Do you want her to concentrate on TV show details, or do you want to cuddle? Or maybe you're just jealous she's not making anything for you. She's had a hobby since long before meeting you and you expect her to drop it just cause you want some skin time. Yeah, you're the asshole on this one. Lots of people have a kind of mental itch to keep their hands busy, and if the worst of it is they don't 100% follow every minute detail of the TV show that's on, is it really that important? She's got another 50 years of knitting ahead of her. Get on board or break up. You're choosing to date someone who knits but's trying to change them. You're the asshole. You're the asshole. You absolutely can knit while maintaining concentration on other things, with the possible exception of any awkward or fiddly bits. Normal knitting just requires a rhythm to be kept. Leave her alone. You're the asshole. I have things in my fridge older than your relationship. If your GF has the type of brain that needs to fidget, then guess what? There's data backing up what she says. It helps you concentrate better. You need to take a long hard look at what you need from a relationship, and a longer, harder one at what you bring to it. Dude, for important calls at work, I knit. It helps stay focused and avoid my brain scattering around. I even have projects for different tasks, depending on the level of concentration needed. Get over yourself, your GF sounds awesome, you need to open up a minute your mind. You're the asshole. Oh my god, he's jealous of some yarn. You're the asshole. AITA. She should dump you and knit herself a new boyfriend. Seriously, you are jealous of wool. I crochet and find it incredibly soothing and useful for anxiety. I have crocheted many things while watching TV, having conversations, phone calls, etc. It's the knitting she doesn't have to really pay attention to, it just kinda happens unconsciously. You need to get over yourself, so what if she isn't paying full attention to the movie? How does that affect you at all? You sound like a controlling ass, to be honest. Well, being a knitter myself, that's an automatic you're the asshole just from the title. Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy. Dude, get over yourself. If you're an experienced knitter, you can concentrate on whatever you want when knitting, exceptions being some of the more complicated patterns. And if you've been knitting and crocheting for a long time, it becomes almost impossible to just sit and watch something on TV without keeping your hands busy. For me, it just feels like a waste of time rolling on the floor laughing, and a way better option than to sit and snack. I stopped reading at you quizzing her on TV shows. AITA. Geez dude, let her enjoy her hobby. Do you even like her? You're the asshole. I am a lifelong knitter. I hope she makes you a sweater, since you're so into her focusing her hobby on you. Google the sweater curse. You're the asshole, 3 months and you are already trying to change her. Talk about red flags, hope she gets far away from you and never looks back. Read Up's comments, he somewhat devolves as the comments go on. He's looking for validation on how bad he treats his girlfriend. I think he knows he's the asshole and has clearly got confidence issues that's causing him to bully his girlfriend about her hobbies. His crocheting girlfriend of 3 months. You're the asshole, OP. I want her to be interested in me, not some pile of yarn. But, you're watching TV. You're not even paying attention to her, so why should she drop her activity to sit patiently waiting on you to breathe? Get over yourself, dude. You're the asshole, just let her be. It obviously helps her relax. She doesn't have to watch TV your way in order to enjoy it. You seem very controlling. Also, I think I might feel better about it if she knitted things for me, but it always seems to be bags or clothes for herself or like random squares. WTF. Why does her hobby have to be about you? Alan Turing knitted. I think that shows you can have a focused intellect despite having that as a hobby. You're the asshole. When I was young, I used to read while my family watched TV. I still picked up most of the show. Heck, I sometimes still read stuff on my phone while watching stuff. I read your story while watching House and I'm typing this while watching. You're projecting your insecurities on her. Just because you can't do something doesn't mean she can't. Also, who quizzes their partner on a show you watch together? Life is not a test. You're the asshole, and I hope your GF reads this and realizes how big an asshole you are. She would be a lot better off with someone who doesn't want to control her every moment and behaves like such a jealous prick. You're the asshole. Imagine being jealous at a hobby. You're the asshole. She is enjoying a hobby, let her enjoy it. Wow, you must be hard work. You're the asshole. The absolute audacity of you to sit here spewing a bunch of shit about how she can't pay full attention to you and a TV show, to the point you've quizzed her, when you haven't paid enough attention to her hobby to know it's crocheting, not knitting. You're the asshole. 3 months is way too early to be trying to control her interests and micromanage her time. And it's a bad look to say she can't give her full attention while she does her hobby, when you haven't paid enough attention to know what the hobby is. I want her to be interested in me, not some pile of yarn. Then trying being more interesting than a pile of yarn, not from me but from my BF, who is one of the nicest people ever, haha. OP in a comment. Honestly, I'm starting to think she thinks her time is worth more than mine. Making more money than me and all. As if that isn't bad enough for me. It seems the crochet is not the problem. You're the asshole. Are you seriously jealous of yarn? My grandmother used to be able to walk and crochet at the same time, so she can knit and watch TV just fine. You sound like hard work, demanding full attention at all times with activity of your choice. You're the asshole. First, you're not even paying enough attention to realize she's crocheting, not knitting. Second, 3 months isn't nearly enough to give you any right to be making demands on her time, especially asking her to stop doing something that she has enjoyed for years. This should be a red flag